Hey, Deshaun, you think this is fair, man?
What's not fair, Pat?
You know, starting the season, playing each other. I mean, people haven't had football in forever, and suddenly it's gonna be like,
Got a man! Touchdown! Look out! Tyreek Hill! Come on!
Nah, I think it'd be more like,
There he goes! Wow. Deep downfield. Unbelievable!
agree to disagree.
I guess we'll find out on the 10th.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like it's been a while, but it has actually been a while, man. I'd like to welcome you back. This is the 5th episode of the Entertainer Braimer Sports Podcast, and I'm your host, of course, Marquise Braimer. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. I don't know if you guys are excited as I am, but the most viewed sport in the world is back. My favorite sport is back. And that sport I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is no other than football. I'm excited because today starts the regular season. Also excited that my team, the Houston Texans, are a part of the season opener against defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, there's a lot of speculation as if there's going to be an NFL season this year due to the global pandemic of the coronavirus, but I'm glad there's a season in place, and hopefully the NFL has put in place guidelines and protocols to keep the players safe as well as their managers, coaches, and even the training staff and things of that nature. Aside from this game and the regular season being started, there's been a lot of news around the league in terms of contracts, things of that nature, and I'm excited about it. I'm glad to see teams actually, paying players their worth. Now, just to name a few of the most notable NFL players that receive contract extensions this offseason are Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Tre'Davious White, and Jalen Ramsey. Deshaun Watson earned a contract extension of 4 years worth $160 million, making him the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL behind no other than Patrick Mahomes. This is a great deal for me. I'm excited. I'm a Texan fan, so I'm happy we were able to lock in our franchise quarterback, franchise piece, the guy we built our team around, and I'm glad we're able to do so because we failed to do so with DeAndre Hopkins. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, he just earned a 2-year contract extension worth $54.5 million, making him the highest paid NFL receiver in the league, and that's well deserved. I seen him with my 2 eyes, how he produced in Houston for my team. I wish him the best as an Arizona Cardinal, and hopefully now that he's tied to the Cardinals for the next 5 years, so I'm excited to see what he can do for them for the next 5 seasons. Next, Keenan Allen earned a contract extension of 4 years worth $80 million. Tre'Davious White earned a contract extension of 4 years, also worth $70 million. And last but not least, Jalen Ramsey most recently earned a contract extension of 5 years worth $105 million, making him the highest paid defensive back in the NFL. And also, this contract is the highest contract ever given to a defensive back in the NFL. We've had defensive backs like Darrelle Revis, Deion Sanders, you name it. Nobody else has received a higher contract in the NFL, and I'm happy for him. Me being a former cornerback myself, in the words of the late, great Nipsey Hussle, he's decoding the matrix. And what I mean by that is the NFL really didn't pay defensive backs high or pay them their worth. And Jalen Ramsey is decoding the matrix that already has been set in the NFL and not paying DBs high and earning his worth. So shout out to his agent. I'm also excited to see what he does and how he is able to fulfill his contract in Los Angeles. Moving right along now into tonight's season opening matchup between the Houston Texans and defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs returned 20 starters from last year's team led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes. The expectations were high last year, and they are even higher for this season. NFL insiders had the Chiefs ranked number 1 among all the other teams in the league in regards to the power rankings. Offensively, they added a new piece that may be an aid to their success this season, and running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a running back from LSU who they drafted with their first-round draft pick in last year's NFL draft. He will have the opportunity to play right away due to running back Damian Williams opting out of the 2020 NFL season. Now for the Houston Texans, we have some new faces on our roster for our football team. Most notably on offense, running back David Johnson, who we acquired in the trade for DeAndre Hopkins. Also wide receiver Brandon Cooks and wide receiver Randall Cobb. The acquisitions of Cooks and Cobb are an attempt to hopefully fill the void of DeAndre Hopkins no longer being in Houston. But only time will tell. I honestly do not know what Bill O'Brien was thinking when he decided to move on from DeAndre Hopkins, but if we have a bad season, if my Texans have a bad season this season, he would definitely be the first person that I blame. We have one of the best young talents at quarterback in Deshaun Watson. We have the highest paid off the tackle in the league in Laramie Tunsil. Defensively, we have defensive end J.J. Watt. His work speaks for itself. So at the end of the day, I believe that if we continue to play at a high level and compete, we'll be in great shape to win the AFC South as well as compete for an AFC championship to potentially make it to the Super Bowl. For tonight's matchup between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe that the game will be a close game. It'll be a great battle between Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, of course, two of the best young quarterback talents in the league. Obviously, the two highest paid quarterbacks in the league. So I know they're going to compete at a high level against each other. I think the score would be, won't be so high scoring, but I'll say the score would be 28-17. Kansas City Chiefs will win.
Hold up. Timeout. Flag on the play, traveling, offsides, clipping. Hold up, wait a minute.
Yes, I picked the Chiefs to beat my team. I just want to see how they match up against the defending champions who are ranked number one and favorite to win it all again. I believe even if we play well to lose an effort, the season should be a good season for us. One key thing to look at is the fan attendance. Not just the fan attendance in this game tonight, but the fan attendance in all the other games following this season opener. The Chiefs Stadium, better known as Arrowhead Stadium, seats roughly over 76,000 fans. Due to COVID-19 guidelines, the stadium will only allow 22% of fans to attend tonight's season opener. 22% of 76,000 is a little bit over 16,000 fans. In my opinion, that's a lot of fans, and I'm interested to see how teams that start their season this weekend without fans, how do some of those games look, especially on TV? I mean, you've seen what the NBA has done. The NBA has transitioned well with virtual fans and also made the experience for the fans good, even though they're not actually there. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what the NFL does. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up episode 5 of the Entertainment Braimer Sports Podcast. Like I already said, man, I'm excited about tonight. My team is playing. Even though I predicted them to lose, still going to be excited to see that football is back. Y'all guys go ahead and leave your favorite team in the comments, as well as comment who you think is going to win tonight's game between the Chiefs and the Texans. In the meantime, y'all guys be safe. Be on the lookout for the next episode. Thank y'all and God bless.